Okay. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the regular monthly meeting of the Board of Commissioners held for the purpose of transacting the general business of the township. Today's date is February the 9th, 2022. The meeting is being held in the Springfield Township building and is also being offered in a live streaming feature that will be made available on the township's website beginning tomorrow morning. Comments will not be accepted remotely, but instructions for submitting public comment in advance of tonight's meetings were provided as part of the posted agenda. Please stand with me and join the Board of Commissioners in a moment of silent reflection, honoring the servicemen and women who place themselves in harm's way in order to help preserve our safety at home and overseas. Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'll entertain a motion dispensing with the reading of the minutes of the previous meeting as written and recorded in the official minute book of the township.
So moved.
Okay. Thank you.
You need a second.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those that oppose, please note a unanimous decision. Thank you. I don't see the absence of any board members, so we can move right in to our announcement. The Board of Commissioners conducted an executive session as part of their February 7th, 2022 workshop meeting to discuss two potential litigation matters, one personal matter and one real estate matter. The board is now open to comments or questions from the public. The board draws particular attention to those items listed on the agenda this evening. Please be advised that once the committee reports begin, the board can no longer accept questions from the floor. At the conclusion of the committee reports, public comments will once again be accepted. However, official actions on those issues listed on the agenda will have already taken place. Therefore, if you wish to comment on an agenda item, now would be the appropriate time. Seeing none, we will now move on to our committee reports. I'll start as chairman of the Cultural Resources Committee. The bylaws of the Free Library of Springfield Township's Advisory Committee states that the committee will be comprised of 7 members and 1 alternative member. Of the 7 voting members, 1 shall be a representative of the school district of Springfield Township. The school district has recommended the appointment of Gretchen Saplinski to fill an expired term of service at the school board's representative to the Free Library of Springfield Township's Advisory Committee. Therefore, I move that the Board of Commissioners appoint Gretchen Saplinski, school board member, to fill an unexpired term of service as a member of the Free Library of Springfield Township's Advisory Committee. Mrs. Saplinski's term of service will expire December the 31st of 2023. That is my motion. Do I hear a second?
Second.
All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Those that oppose, please note a unanimous vote. And that concludes my report. We will now move to the chairman of the Community Development Committee, Commissioner Baird Standish.
Thank you, Mr. President. So first, concerning the Flowertown Shopping Center, I move that the Board of Commissioners accept a letter dated February 3rd, 2022 from Craig R. Lewis, Counsel for Federal Realty Investment Trust, extending the 90-day subdivision and land development plan review period up to and including March 31st, 2022. The extension of time will provide Federal Realty the opportunity to revise their land development plans to be in compliance with the Springfield Township and White Marsh Township codes. So that is my motion.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
All those, any comments concerning the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those that oppose, please note a unanimous decision. A vote.
Okay, next, this is concerning the Flowertown Swim Club. I move that the Board of Commissioners accept a letter dated January 24th, 2022 from Raymond Webb, partner, Flowertown Swim Club, extending the 90-day subdivision land development plan review period until May 15th, 2022. The extension of time will provide the Flowertown Swim Club the opportunity to revise their land development plans for the construction of a 3,200 square foot clubhouse to be in compliance with the Springfield Township Code. That is my motion.
We have heard the motion. Is there a second on the motion?
Second.
Are there any questions or concerns on the motion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those that are opposed, please record a unanimous vote.
Thank you. And next, this concerns the LaSalle College High School. In compliance with section 512.1 of the Pennsylvania Pennsylvania Municipalities Planning Code, I move that the Board of Commissioners waive the formal land development plan review process for LaSalle College High School in order to permit the school to convert 2 athletic fields from natural grass to synthetic turf. The fields are located along Cheltenham Avenue near Patton Road and are otherwise known as the Lower Bartley Fields. The waiver is conditioned upon the following. 1, submission of a stormwater management plan and construction of appropriate stormwater management facilities to the satisfaction of the township engineer. 2, execution of a stormwater operations and maintenance agreement. 3, submission of a landscape plan for the immediate area of construction. 4, presentation of appropriate surety to guarantee the construction of the stormwater management facilities. And 5, obtaining all other necessary permits and approvals from the Pennsylvania Department of Environmental Protection and the Montgomery County Conservation District. That is my motion.
We've heard the motion. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Are there any questions or concerns on the motion?
Yeah, what was the part about stormwater management again?
To the satisfaction of the township engineer.
Okay.
And so just to clarify, in lieu of going through the formal land development process, we're putting that in this waiver, that we want to see some sort of water remediation or water retention
They'd
plan.
be obligated to do that regardless. What you're basically doing is you're saying, we're going to focus our review on this one particular area of the school property where they're making the actual improvement. As you all know, we heard a presentation a few months ago about their plans to build a small addition to the building to house their David Center for kids with special needs. So you're going to see a full land development application in the near future for that particular project. So you'll get what I'll call another bite of the apple at that. But
Yep.
for this particular project, they want to expedite the synthetic turf project.
Right, it's sort of in the corner of their lot there.
Yeah.
Right along Cheltenham Avenue. Yeah, in the lower lot, yeah. Okay, so. anyway,
Are there any additional questions or concerns? All those that are in favor of the motion, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All those that are opposed, please note and record a unanimous vote.
Okay, and then lastly, this concerning the Planning Commission, I move that the Board of Commissioners reappoint Amanda Helwig and Joseph Devine to new 4-year terms of service as members of the Springfield Township Planning Commission. The new terms of service shall expire on February 16th, 2026. And that is my motion.
We have heard the motion. Do I hear a second?
Second.
We've had a second. Are there any questions or concerns on the motion?
Just confirm, so that they're typically 4-year terms on the planning commission?
That's correct. Planning Commission is 4 years.
Thank you.
Any other concerns or questions? All those that are in favor of the motion, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those that are opposed, please record a unanimous vote.
Thank you. And that concludes my report, Mr. President.
Thank you, Commissioner Standish. We will now hear from the chairman of the Environmental Resources Committee, Commissioner Peter Wilson.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have a report and I have a resolution tonight. I'm pleased to announce the recycling report for the month that during the month of January 2022, Springfield Township residents recycled 181.9 tons of material with a householder participation rate of 67.8%. The net cost for the month was $21,131.04. My resolution is in regard to the Clean Energy Transportation Plan. As you will all recall, on January the 9th, 2019, the Board of Commissioners adopted resolution number 1469, a resolution supporting the township's vision for a 100% clean, renewable energy future. The resolution established targets for the transition to 100% renewable energy and transportation by the year 2050. As part of this effort, the township's Environmental Advisory Commission, EAC, has created a clean energy transportation plan in order to guide the township's transition from conventional fossil fuel vehicles to emission-free clean energy vehicles by 2050. The plan establishes target dates for the conversion of light, medium, and heavy-duty vehicles, as well as small engine equipment. The plan also includes flexibility to accelerate or modify target dates for replacement based upon the availability and costs of zero-emission vehicles, and to encourage private individuals to invest in clean energy vehicles and modes of transportation. I will also add that the EAC, most members of the EAC contributed significantly to this report that you have in your books, but the two primary movers and writers of this were Joy Berge and Desiree Ramon, and I want to just personally give them a shout out and a special thank you. So therefore, I move that the Board of Commissioners adopt the Springfield Township Energy Transportation Plan outlining a path to 100% zero emission vehicles by 2050. That is my resolution.
We have a motion for the resolution. Is there a second to the motion?
Second.
Are there any questions or concerns on the motion?
I would just echo Commissioner Wilson's praise for the EAC and particularly Ms. Berge for her continued advocacy and kind of pushing the township forward with these initiatives, and also highlight the fact that we are already on our way towards clean energy transportation with our adoption of some electrical vehicles in our police fleet, and kind of continue to move in that direction. But we've already have made some gains. Just want to highlight that.
Great comments. Any additional comments or concerns? All those that are in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those that are opposed, please record a unanimous vote.
That concludes my reports, Mr. President.
Thank you, Commissioner Wilson. We will now hear from the Chairman of the Public Works and Facilities Committee, Commissioner Michael Maxwell.
Thank you, Mr. President. The first item I have is the bid for the school zone flashers. On February 3rd, 2022, bids were received for the supply and installation of school zone warning flashers along Paper Mill Road and Montgomery Avenue in the vicinity of the new Enfield Elementary School. Bids were received from 4 contractors and ranged in price from a low of $124,959 to $154,181.49 plus alternates. The low bid for the base bid plus alternate 1 was received from Carr and Duff Incorporated of Huntington Valley, PA. Therefore, I move that the Board of Commissioners award a contract to Carr and Duff Incorporated to supply and install school zone warning signals in accordance with their low base bid price of $124,959 and, if required, alternate 1 sidewalk restoration in the amount of $3,600. All costs associated with the design and installation of the signals will be reimbursed by the school district of Springfield Township pursuant with the land development approvals obtained for the construction of the new Enfield Elementary School. That is my motion.
A motion has been made. Do I hear a second to the motion?
Second.
Are there any questions or concerns on the motion? Seeing none, all of those that are in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those that oppose, please record a unanimous vote.
The next item I have is sale of used equipment. In accordance with section 1501.2 of the Pennsylvania First Class Township Code, I move that the Board of Commissioners authorize the sale of a used 2006 Gravely ProMaster 260Z zero-turn mower via the municipal online auction site. The estimated value of the mower is $1,000. That is my motion.
A motion has been made. Do I hear a second to the motion?
Second.
Are there any questions or concerns on the motion? Seeing none, all those that are in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please record a unanimous vote.
That will conclude my report for this evening.
Thank you, Commissioner Maxwell. Now, we will now hear from the chairman of the Administrative, Fiscal Affairs and Zoning Committee, Commissioner Jonathan Cobb.
Thank you, Mr. President. First, regarding the bill listing, I move that the Board of Commissioners approve the January check reconciliation in the amount of $611,598.50 and the February bill listing in the amount of $474,451.79.
A motion has been made. Is there a second to the motion?
Second.
Are there any questions or concerns on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those that oppose, please record a unanimous vote.
Next, I'd like to announce that the Springfield Township Zoning Hearing Board will meet on Monday, February 28th at 7 p.m. at the Springfield Township Building to receive testimony on the following 3 applications. The first application is from Flowertown Swim Club for their property located at 1528 Bethlehem Pike. The applicant has filed requesting a variance to seeking to approve the install of a 3,200 square foot pole barn structure over a portion of the existing tennis courts for use by the swim club and summer camps. The zoning officer has deemed the use of the property as a non-conforming use, and any expansion requires compliance with several sections within the zoning ordinance. The proposed expansion exceeds the 25% limitation permitted within the zoning ordinance. That property is zoned within the B2 business district of Ward 1. The second application is from Naldi Henry, owner of the property located at 8306 Cobden Road in Laverick, PA. The applicant has requested a dimensional variance from seeking the relief to construct a detached carport in line with the front facade of the existing single-family dwelling and 3 feet 7½ inches from the side property line. The carport is required to be a minimum of 10 feet behind the front facade of the home and at least 4 feet from the side property line. The third application is from William and Kathy Murphy, owners of a vacant lot on Carlton Way. The applicants are seeking to construct a single-family dwelling with attached garage and rear deck on the property. And the appeal of the zoning officer's determination that regulations for areas of steep slopes is applicable to the development of the property based on the approved and recorded subdivision plan, or in the alternative, a variance from section of the code to permit more than 40% of the total lot area to be regraded, as well as front yards to permit a 30-foot front yard setback rather than the required 40-foot. Copies of the applications packets are available for review at the Community Development Office during normal business hours. And again, that meeting will be held on Monday, February 28th at 7 p.m. Regarding those applications, with respect to the petition submitted by the Flowertown Swim Club, I move that the Board of Commissioners authorize the Township Solicitor's Office to attend the February 28th meeting, as well as any subsequent meetings of the Zoning Hearing Board regarding the application of the swim club in order to establish a record of the proceedings and to inquire in detail about the use of and proposed stormwater detention for a proposed 3,200 square foot building that is to be constructed at a property located to the rear of 1528 Bethlehem Pike. That's my motion.
A motion has been made. Is there a second to the motion?
Second.
Are there any questions or concerns concerning the motion? Hearing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All that oppose, please record a unanimous vote.
And second, with respect to the petition submitted by William and Kathy Murphy, I move that the Board of Commissioners authorize the Township Solicitor's Office to attend the February 28th meeting as well as any subsequent meetings of the Zoning Hearing Board on this application in order to defend the zoning officer's determination and to oppose a variance request related to the proposed regrading of a lot in excess of 40%, and to also oppose a variance request seeking a reduction to the required front yard setback in order to construct a new single-family dwelling at a property known as the tax map parcel cited before. That's my motion.
A motion has been made. Is there a second to the motion?
Second.
Are there any questions or concerns concerning the motion? Seeing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed,
And I'd actually just like to abstain from the vote, if I could, solely just because they're a member of the ward and they're also a neighbor. So a little bit of a conflict of interest there. And I did want an opportunity to speak with them, just to get the background on the single family dwelling, if this was a investment property that they were looking to sell, or possibly this was sort of their dream house they were looking to construct within the township. I did reach out to them and just, we haven't had a chance to connect yet. So I did want to just abstain from the vote.
okay, please record a 6 in favor, 1 abstained vote.
Thank you, Mr. President. That's my report.
Thank you, Commissioner Cobb. We will now hear from the Chairman of the Public Safety Committee, Commissioner James Lee.
Thank you, Mr. President. I do not have any items for a report tonight.
Thank you, Commissioner Lee. We will now turn to the Chairman of the Parks and Recreational Resources Committee, Commissioner Susan Ratzaval.
Thank you, Mr. President. I actually have 3 motions tonight, and we'll take them in turn. First motion is for regarding the appointment of Mr. Neil DeFranco. The bylaws of the Springfield Township Parks and Recreation Advisory Committee state that the committee will be comprised of 7 members, 2 of whom shall be appointed by the school board of directors, and 1 of whom shall be a school board member. The school district has recommended the appointment of Mr. Neil DeFranco to fill an unexpired term of service as a school board's representative to the Parks and Rec Advisory Committee. Therefore, I move that the Board of Commissioners appoint Neil DeFranco, school board member, to fill an unexpired term of service as a member of the Springfield Township Parks and Recreation Advisory Committee. His term of service shall expire May 12th, 2022. That is my motion.
A motion has been made. Is there a second to the motion?
Second.
Are there any questions or concerns on the motion? Seeing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? Please record a unanimous vote.
My next resolution offered here is resolution number 1561 for the Monco 2040 grant program. I move that the Board of Commissioners adopt resolution number 1561, a resolution authorizing application to the Monco 2040 implementation grant program for the Cisco Park Improvements Project and phase 1 of the 1725 Walnut Avenue Park redevelopment project. The Monco 2040 program supports local projects that advance the goals of the Montgomery County Comprehensive Plan and the plan's efforts to connect communities, support sustainable places, and a vibrant economy. The value of the Cisco Park application is $130,000, while the township's request for the Walnut Avenue Park redevelopment project is $200,000. That is my motion.
A motion has been made. Is there a second to the motion?
Second.
Are there any questions or concerns concerning the motion?
One question, just to clarify, what's the timeline that we hear the decision on the application generally?
The county's pretty quick with their response on these. I hear our grant expert in the audience signified June.
And just to reiterate, we will, if we're successful, we'd only be successful with 1 of them, not both.
Correct.
Any other additional concerns or questions? Seeing none? Oh, my apologies.
Excuse me, Mr. President.
Mhm.
So just for total clarity, this is a supplemental grant. We already have one fairly significant grant for the replacement of the playground equipment at Cisco Park. This is another additional grant that will defer some of the costs, additional costs of that playground equipment, which is substantial. That's correct? Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Any other additional questions or concern? Seeing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please record a unanimous vote.
And my last motion is regarding the Little League's land use agreements. I move that the Board of Commissioners authorize the appropriate township officials to execute land use agreements with the Springfield Little League baseball and softball organizations for the use of specified township facilities. The agreements set forth the obligations of the two organizations with respect to permitted uses, maintenance obligations, land improvements, parking, and insurance requirements. The term of both agreements is January 1, 2022, backdated through December 31, 2023. That is my motion.
All right, a motion has been made. Is there a second to the motion?
Second.
Are there any questions or concerns on the motion? Seeing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please signify by saying nay. Please record a unanimous vote. Is that your final?
Oh, and that concludes my vote.
Thank you, Commissioner Rassaval. That is the end of our that is the end of our committee reports. Are there any additional comments from the public? Or from any commissioner present?
If I may, I just wanted to wish those in our township who are celebrating Lunar New Year a happy Lunar New Year. Started on February 1st this year and goes through, I believe, the 15th. I'm no Lunar New Year expert, but I know many do celebrate here. I just want them to be seen and heard by our commissioners. So
Thank you.
Happy Lunar New Year.
Happy New Year.
Thank you.
Any other additional comments from any of the commissioners? Before closing, I'd just like to wish everyone a happy Black History Month. Black history really strikes home to me, obviously, and in twofold. One is because a fraternity brother of mine from Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, Carter Woodson, started Black history. It started out as Black History Week and now has morphed into Black History Month. And also, I guess everyone has noticed that how I have been allowing my hair to grow in locks. It is called the Luca weave. It takes 5 years. And the reasoning that I am growing them is to show heritage for my great grandfather, 4 times removed, who was brought over on the slave ship Venus in 1809. So my hair is not a fashion statement, but just a statement of my heritage. And I'm proud to say that that is your Black History Month fact for the month. Are there any other concerns or questions? Seeing none, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Please denote a unanimous vote, and this board meeting is now closed.